America, have this standing ovation for your outstanding president and his wise words on gay marriage. That's what I call making a political statement, bitches. I'm actually really sick of talking about politics because it's taking way too big of a place in my life recently, and I'm just too sick of everything in general. Exams, woo! But I'm going to make a video anyways. First, I'm gonna start with the British elections. I don't know if you know that, but last week were the mayor elections in the UK in general, and I could have voted, but several problems. I only came back to London the day before and didn't really know what was going on, and I had a lot of revisions to do. I've only been living in London for about 6 months now, and although I'm going to be living in London for the next 2 years at least, I don't know, I didn't feel involved enough to make a choice like that. I think it's interesting that people who are not British are allowed to vote. I really want to feel more involved in the future because I think it's important that people who live in a city are able to vote for their mayor, because it's different being part of a nation and just living in one place and what you want to have in your daily life and all that. So I wish I could have voted. Unfortunately, my degree won and I went to the library that day. But I am looking forward to what Boris Johnson is going to do in the future, because I feel like he's done a good job with London so far. And I think it's good to have him as mayor of London during the Olympics, because you sure need someone who's experienced with all that. Now I want to talk about the big thing, which are, well, the two presidential elections kind of going on in the world at the moment. So we've got the USA on one side and we've got France on the other side. So yeah, if you didn't know, I got a new president. I want to talk about whether or not I agree with the candidate and his ideas. I'm not even sure myself what to think about that. I just wish him the best of luck and I hope he does amazing things with the country. We'll see if that can actually happen. I just want to think about the campaign in general. It was weird for me, this election, because first it was the first I got to vote in, which was really cool, but at the same time difficult since I wasn't living in France. And I mean, of course information is available on the internet and I could talk about it with my parents and all that. It's just really different actually being into it and living it and being abroad. I don't regret not being home because politics bore me. I know that's not good, but they bore me. It was just harder to get valid information and to really know deeply what their ideas were. A little note, something annoyed me a lot during the campaign in the last month before the election when I was in France is the way the candidates and the politicians in general talk to each other, and I like your opinion on that. Because a lot of the times they weren't even referring to each other as Mr. or Sir. They were just using their last names as if they were just friends going at each other's throats. And I don't know, they're supposed to be an example for the whole country and they're going to take decisions on a world level and they can't even respect each other enough when they're on TV. And that just, I don't know, it made me feel like politics are just so fake and sad and depressing, which is also why I don't regret not being in France during the elections. So that was me ranting. About the US presidential elections, I'm also interested in that. I actually went to a conference a while ago about that in my old high school. And basically, there were American students and French students from the high school. And we exchanged it on the differences between our elections because, you know, it's a direct ballot in France, and in the US, vote for someone who then votes for your president. And I just feel that's a bit weird because you're not actually voting for a president, you're just voting for someone to make the choice in your place, and I don't really like that way of doing it. I'm not too sure about how long this video already is, but I'm going to stop now because of reasons. Reason number one being that I have to close my window to do a video and my room is really warm, and also because I've got some more revisions to do, and that was my phone, and I've just my mind isn't working anymore. I just wanted to end this thing by saying, Emily, I read your book. I'm sorry I didn't tell you on Facebook. I just kept forgetting because of revision, so I'm telling you now. It was awesome. I loved it. I can't wait to read the next part, and it was just really well written, and I love that era of the history. Can't talk anymore, sorry. So yeah, keep up the good work. Bye!